What's up, Glow Squad? This is Melissa and I'm back again with another video. If you clicked on this video, you are about the same thing I'm about, and you're about glowing, growing, and going. Today is the first day of the Atomic Habits series. Now, if you need an introduction about who I am and what I'm about, go back and watch my it's not my first video, but go back and watch the last video I posted. It's an introduction on what I'm about, what I'm going to be doing. So why I call you Glow Squad, you are... Listen, the glow, the light comes from within and shines out to all of those who need to see to go in the right direction. That's what you for. I influence, you influence. I have authority, you have authority. We all have authority, but we are get to these spaces where we just need to kind of like sit back and work on ourselves for a little bit more, you know? So just to give you a little more smidge of who I am, I have been a stay-at-home mom before, you know, and I know what it's like to put the kids before yourself, put the husband before yourself, put the everything before yourself. I'm not doing it anymore. I made up my mind, I'm not doing it anymore. Listen, it's exhausting, all right? You have to take care of yourself, because who's gonna take care of everybody else? We take care of everybody else, who's gonna take care of us? Anyway, so we're gonna get into this book, Atomic Habits. If you have not already, go to my Amazon storefront, get the book, or you can go to Target and get the book. But whatever you do, get the book. I got a question for you. Have you ever felt like making big changes in your life? Like for real, like really making some really big changes? It's just like, it's a little overwhelming, right? So what if I told you is success, it doesn't come from just like one massive action, like massive hauling. You could do small, consistent habits to lead you to the big goal that you want to get to. All right. So welcome to this new series where I, Melissa Davis, am breaking down Atomic Habits by James Clear. I have already gotten into the front part of this book, the first chapter, and it is the most practical self-help books. We're going to dive into the power of making small habits, tiny changes to impact your life in a major way. So as a self-proclaimed self-coach, ask somebody. You better ask somebody. I've seen people transform their lives, and then I've transformed my lives in a different way. But now I'm on a different type of transformation journey of getting myself unstuck and find a better way to do things. All right. Which this includes getting rid of some bad habits. And also, if you are a Bible girly, we're renewing the mind up here. You gotta transform your mind. Let your mind be renewed. Definitely not conform to this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Go look it up. It works. It works. Okay, I've done it. All right, I'm doing it. All right. Okay, so like just for example, look at this book right here. All right, you see right here where it has like a bunch of tiny particles. Like think of yourself even as a bunch of those tiny particles that are made up to produce like one big particle. Like all you see is my hair, you see my face, but you don't know everything that goes into me that created me to be the person that I am today. Whoa. Like when you think about it on that level, like look how small these things are. Look at these. And all of these little tiny things. I think that this book is so well thought out. And so like even just from the cover, the word Atomic Habits being a bunch of tiny small particles to make the word Atomic Habits is just powerful within itself. Like look at all that. Look how tiny it is. And that's Atomic Habits. Just like these little tiny things, these little tiny particles on the cover of this book, we can make tiny small changes and adjustments to our life daily and consistently. Like you have to be willing to go past the motivation. Like, you know, when you get ready to start up something, it's exciting. Like how many people at the first of the year was very excited about starting their goals, like, hey, it's the first of the year, hey, bring them out, hey. Like everybody was so excited, and I don't want to kill your excitement, but what are you gonna do past the excitement? Like what are you gonna do when the excitement of reaching your goal dies down or dies off, and then you still have to keep reaching that goal? I'm in the middle of one of my goals right now that the excitement of the goal has worn off, and now I have to get to work, and I'm like, okay. And I have to keep going because I want to see this thing through. I want to see how big this is going to get. I want to see how, you know what I'm saying, how profitable this thing is going to be. So I'm going to see it through. And that's the same thing that you need to do. Like, let's just see where this goes. Have you ever, like, listen to this. And I'm talking to a specific person. Like you start projects and you stop them. You open things and you stop them. You done had like 10 to 15 businesses. And I'm also like saying this in testament to have been that person who has started businesses, started projects, open and closing. And I sincerely at the time really wanted to do that, but there's so many different factors that played a... Now, Cairo, there's so many different factors as to why those things happened the way they did, and I'm glad they happened the way they did, because I did learn from it. So, I mean, the way a lot of things happened in my life was everything pleasurable and exciting and desirable, and no, there was a lot of work that I have to also put in for myself, to do the work on myself to get where I am right now, to even want to change bad habits. Bro, Cairo, you cannot be distracting me like that. You cannot leave the room right now. And he digging up under the door and everything. Cairo, it's like having one of the kids here. He keeps scratching on the door and everything. No, you cannot come out right now. I'm making a video. I'm talking to a cat. And he's just, no. If you don't want to get the book, you can sit here and watch me break down this series, and then from me talking and listening to me and hearing what I have to say, maybe you'll want to make some changes in your life also. All right. Now, if this is not a substitute for your spiritual journey, this is not a substitute for your therapy, this is not a substitute for different things. This is just an addition to this is a positive addition to your life. So one thing in, one thing out. So negative thoughts that you haven't, replace it with a positive thought. Feeling jealousy and envious of someone, take that feeling and kind of examine yourself and say, why do I feel like this? Like, am I feeling lack in my own way that's causing me to feel like this person thinks that they're better than me? Maybe they don't think that they're better than me, or maybe they don't have it all together, and maybe I feel like they have it all together because I'm missing something somewhere. Self-examination is very important, especially if you are on a spiritual journey, if you are on the path to accepting Jesus as your Lord and Savior and following God. Like, you are really going to have to look at yourself and really examine yourself and ask yourself some questions before you try to go preach to somebody else. I don't want to get off topic because I'm talking about Atomic Habits, but that'll be a video for later. So now we're making radical changes to focus on improving 1% every day. Just 1%. Over time, those tiny changes and improvements compound into an extraordinary transformation. Can you imagine adjusting 1% every day? I've done it, and it's been amazing. For example, if you want to start drinking water, start with 1 bottle every morning. Just 1 bottle every morning, or 1 cup every morning. If you're not comfortable with drinking out of plastic bottles, just start with 1 cup every day at the same time every day. Try make that your tiny adjustment throughout the day. It shouldn't inconvenience you for 1 second to just drink you some water and go on about your day. And then after you've mastered that, then try 2 bottles of water a day, then try 3 bottles of water a day, until it becomes a part of your lifestyle. The point of changing these habits and self-examining it is not to only change it for a moment to get a satisfaction and to reap the benefits and to go back to who you were prior to that. Is to build a lifestyle and to become a better you, right? For other, not only for yourself, but for other people around you that are watching you and following you. You don't understand the impact of your influence, and so you just live kind of chaotically. And I'm saying that as a testament to myself. There were certain instances in my life where I was living so chaotically because I did not understand my own authority and the power of my influence and the impact that I was having of those around them. I was literally just mind my business. I didn't realize that people were really following me for real. And I'm like, what? Wait a minute. And hold on. You're copying me? For what? But that is just something that I have on my life, and I've come to mature to accept that, okay, Melissa, you have to buckle up, buttercup. It's a cold world out there. Bundle up And then when you bundle up, other people are going to bundle up also. You get what I'm saying? You want to start small. I think the problem is that you want to go and get like a big gallon of water and start with that gallon of water. And it's like, it becomes overwhelming to you. Don't overwhelm yourself in this process, right? Don't put yourself in a frenzy or try to set the bar here when you cannot even jump that high. And I'm not trying to make you feel weird or make you feel down. I'm just helping you to be realistic. You want to do the compound growth method. Habits that compound over time, just like money in a savings account. If you don't know what that is, go look it up. Okay? 1% of improvement each day. Think about that. Imagine improving your fitness. Imagine improving your relationships. Imagine improving in productivity by just tiny changes. I'm gonna have to keep saying that, okay? A small amount of movement over time, not a big amount of movement, and it's so transformational, okay? Think about something like brushing your teeth or developing like if you want to dress better, or if you want to look better, like if you want to smell better, then practice on cleaning your skin properly so that you can find the right oils and blends and perfumes that go good with your scent. Like, what is it that you want to change about yourself that you like? Okay, not something that you want to beat yourself up about, because I've done that too. Like, I would be so hard on myself, it would be ridiculous. Like, I'm already beating everybody else to the punch, and that has a lot to do with rejection. And listen, it's real. You can be experiencing rejection and you not even know it. Hello, somebody. Like, it can be a real thing. Like, am I being the rejector, experiencing rejection, or am I the rejected? Like, those are things to look at yourself and say, okay, that might have triggered me because I'm operating in rejection, and I need to check that. Like, I'm triggered because I'm feeling rejected right now. I don't like the way it feels to be rejected. I don't like somebody to tell me no. And that started when I was a child because this and this and this, or I feel rejected because people ignored me all of my life. And now when somebody's ignoring me, I'm in this relationship and you're not talking to me, I think you treat me like they treated me. Like, there's so many different things that you can target in your life, and it starts from within. We always want to look at the exterior and try to make everybody change for us. In reality, it is you that needs to do the work and change from within. That is the truth about it, and I stand on that hill. I stand on it. I cut down on carbs. I cut down on sugar. I stopped drinking coffee. I have not had coffee in almost 2 weeks now. And if you are watching this video and you know me, you probably are taken back. Your girl been drinking tea. Right now, the tea that I'm drinking is hibiscus tea. Woo! It's so good. It becomes too much when you try to do it all at one time. You have to do like tiny increments of it. So I started like chopping up vegetables and like my onions, my green peppers, my carrots, things that I'm going to use throughout the week. And I have to like plan my meals now because I just can't eat uncontrollably. I started eating walnuts, and I started eating almonds instead of chips, like different substitutes. I started eating gluten-free bread, and just different tiny changes I made in my life. So if you want to make those tiny changes and tiny adjustments, then go ahead. And now I don't have my blood pressure thing here, but it did go down, and I was just like, yes, it's going down. It's going down. It's going down. I'm so excited. When it comes to changing your habits, you have to know who you are. Like, you can't be trying to make good habits identifying yourself to be somebody else. Like, I'm not going to sit here and identify myself as my daughter and try to take on her personality and then try to create good habits around there. Like, it's about knowing what you want to achieve. What you want to achieve, who you want to become, not who somebody else wants you to become. Not the projection of people wanting you to be this person, but who am I? Am I a healthy person? Yes, I'm a healthy person. I'm a person of productivity. I'm a person of creativity. I'm a person that is fearfully and wonderfully made. What is your identity? Who are you? Okay, align your habits with that. All right. So if I'm a gym girly and I know I'm going to the gym, I'm going to align my habits with a person that goes to the gym. How do you align your habits with a person that goes to the gym? How do you align your habits to become that? All right. So if you want to align yourself with, okay, let's just take it to the biblical portion for a while. I'm a woman of God. If you are a woman of God, what does a life of a woman of God look like? What does she do for you, not what somebody else told you to do? What does your prayer life look like? What does your study time and your devotion to God look like? How do you and God conversate? Like, what's the communication if I'm just constantly just yapping and running my mouth? All right. So you want to run a marathon? What does the lifestyle of a person, like, what is a runner? How do their habits align with running a marathon? Me personally, I'm not going to run a marathon, but if you want to, like, see yourself doing that and stick with it, that is the best thing that you can do for yourself. Sticking with it. Start with tiny changes. Start choosing habits so small that it's attainable and that, like, you would probably laugh at, like, oh my God, like, oh, let's just go back to the gym girly. You want to start with exercise? Maybe start with something small, like 2 minutes a day. Not in the gym, but maybe like walking around your block or something like that. When I want to start with meal prepping, I just started with vegetables. And thank God that my daughter is in pastry school right now because she taught me how to, like, chop things up properly. So if you want to start with that, start with chopping up your onions and putting them in a container. Like, just start with the onions. Just have your onions ready to go. I like to have, me and my husband, when we cook, because my husband does cook. Ooh, I love that. That's like a convenient thing for us to just go in the refrigerator and grab the onions and dump them in the food for whatever we need it for. And we use onions and green peppers that much. So I'm just saying onions and green peppers, but whatever you use often in your food, in your pantry, just go ahead and commit to just doing that, and then work your way up and stick to it and let it become a lifestyle. Once it becomes a lifestyle, you can't live without it. Hello? All right. Now, some of us need to tackle this laundry, and I'm including myself in that conversation. There's a laundry. Hey, listen, in the comments below, if you've developed a good laundry habit, go ahead and tell your girl the schedule. Give me the schedule. Give me the schedule. I need it. I want it. I need it, actually. If you got a good laundry schedule, I'm not talking about the wash one day, fold one day. Like, if you can conquer your laundry all in one day, wash, dry, fold, put away, please teach me. Somebody make a video about that, like, right now. Go do it, like, now. Don't hesitate. And then say, hey, Melissa, this is what you requested, and show me how you do it. And listen, if you got one kid, don't show me nothing. You can't tell me nothing, babes. You got one. I got 4. Let's go. Now they all do their own laundry right now, but sometimes our schedules kind of get, like, compiled, and everybody's laundries end up together. And I'm like, hey, wait a minute now. Hey, where's your basket at? Get us out of here. And I do this, like, right now we're in the middle of this thing where everybody's laundry is together, and I'm like, hey, get your stuff out of here, because I'm not responsible for your laundry anymore. You guys are now old enough to be responsible for your own laundry, wash, dry, fold, put away. Then you do that. All right. After you get good at one habit and start making that a part of your lifestyle, then you want to do a thing called habit stacking, where it's like, okay, let's just use brushing our teeth. So now after I brush my teeth every day like I'm supposed to, I'm going to do 5 squats. That's habit stacking, like right there on top of each other. And then next thing you know, like after you start habit stacking, it's going to become a routine, and it's going to be a part of your lifestyle. And once it becomes a part of your lifestyle, that is the way you live. That is what you do. You can't live without it. Okay? Think about all the bad habits that you made a part of your lifestyle. Moment of silence, real quick. Is it overwhelming to even think that? Do you even want to think? I didn't even want to think about all the bad habits that I didn't even want to think about the bad habits that I let in. I can tell you. Let me see. What can I tell you guys that I'm comfortable with sharing online? Leaving dishes in the sink. Nobody in this house likes washing dishes. We all hate it equally. And right now the dishwasher is tripping. Like, why are you gonna trip on us right now in the middle of all this business we got going on? Not cool. So dishes is something that we've been working on together as a family. We just all came together and said, listen, we all hate this job equally. Let's all split it equally. And it's been going great. No dishes have been in the sink, not a one. All right, there's some in the sink right now, but that's gonna get dealt with tonight before we go to bed. All right. Somebody might say, oh, dishes in the sink. Don't act like you ain't got no bad habits, like your family is just perfect. And if it is, okay, great. You don't need this. All right. Anyway, also you track your progress a little bit. Like, don't become obsessive and try to make notebooks, but maybe just try to get you a habit tracker to see. Like, if you're that kind of person, for me, getting a habit tracker is just another thing to do. Like me, I get just satisfaction out of what I did because I did it. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna like look and say, okay, I did this. Oh yeah. Okay, I did this. That's just not something that I choose to do, but maybe getting a habit tracker may be good for somebody, right? So habits are building blocks to change. So think about habits like boom, boom, focusing on small, consistent actions and aligning them with your identity so you can create remarkable results over time. Like, don't you want to do that? Do you wanna be somebody? Do you wanna go somewhere? You better wake up and pay attention. Hey. Okay. Anyway. So if you're ready to start your journey of transformation, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell. So every time I upload a video, you'll see it. Share your thoughts in the comments. What do you think about, starting better habits? Not on a new me, new year type thing, but just making this a part of the next part of your journey. Like, making this a part of your lifestyle, making this a part of who you are. Like, I'm a person with good habits. So next time, we're going to work on the 4-step process to break those bad habits. Trust me, you don't want to miss this. We're going to talk about what are the 4 steps to have to break this, Melissa? You're going to find out in the next video. All right. Thank you for being here today. I appreciate you for listening to me yap for, I've been yapping for about 30 minutes. All right. But I do appreciate you guys for listening. You stay tuned for the next video. Don't forget, you glow, you grow, and you be ready to go. Bye.